Hey everybody, so been playing War of the Spark standard just about all day now. Got about an hour or so before I'm going to get ready to leave to go play F&M. So I think probably got this down pretty close to where I will be playing it next week when War of the Spark actually goes live for F&M and comes out. May make a couple of changes between now and then, but for the most part, I think it's pretty good. We've been looking at a blue-white taxes list. Death taxes is pretty good. So I don't have a sideboard currently for it, and it's okay, not the greatest, but not gonna really go through what the cards do, just because they're pretty much self-explanatory, I think, by this point. So actually, just want to see if we can't get a win here. I did play quite a few matches with this thing all day. I've been tweaking it, little bits and pieces here and there. Have been playing some ooze, so I do plan on hopefully a video with that and some updates this weekend. Pretty sexy. It's pretty good. So I think keep this. FYI, just like your typical blue-white control decks, this deck does take time. So better suited for Arena probably than Paper Magic, but I mean, you never know. I think the last game I played with this on Arena took, I don't know, somewhere is about 35 or 40 minutes, maybe just a little bit longer than that. So it kind of stinks. There's no turn 2 Damping Sphere or turn 2 Tithe Taker. So I do think Damping Sphere is going to be very good in this new format. And of course, we get it on 3. Just because there's so many decks that are wanting to play more than one spell in a turn. You stack this Damping Sphere up in multiples. I'm really only playing one spell a turn. Some on mine, some on theirs. The nice part about the new Teferi with Time Wipe. So it is until your next turn. So it's pretty good. You just need to be able to protect it is kind of the problem I'm having. Baird does a pretty good job, though he is legendary. I think he may need a couple of more win cons, but not sure yet. I think we're actually just going to run out the Teferi here. So Augur doesn't really present a threat yet. We're just going to go ahead and scry in response. Try to draw the card, and yeah, that was what we needed. So hitting the plains there is pretty good. Just got to remember to play it, and we'll plus and send that back. If they keep off of the Thief of Sanity and don't attack with it for fear of Son of the Wreckage, then we're okay. This would be pretty sweet if we could actually board wipe on their turn. I did contemplate playing the 5 mana. Well, that stinks. 5 mana board wipe, except that playing it at 6 or at 5. I guess this is normally 5, but playing it at 4 just seems way better. they do have to attack, and like here they're attacking the Teferi, which I'm totally okay with. I'm just gonna play Damping Sphere. I think the opponent knows. But they probably don't attack with the Thief here for fear of losing it. Well, apparently they don't know what Settle is. So we do need to draw a couple more spells that can actually impact the board, but and next turn I think we actually might it's debatable depending on what we draw, but we might actually bounce a Damping Sphere. This is the cool part about Teferi is it does just bounce something to my hand. See if they can commit something else here. I'm pretty sure they can't, but Baird's actually not horrible here. Is this a 3? Teferi takes 2. Yeah, I guess we're representing Absorb here, so do like the new Kefnet. Not sure if it actually I like the art on the new Kefnet. Oh, that's kind of crappy. It's pretty good, though. If I could draw a land here. Yeah, pay 1. That's the cool part about the taxes lists, the fact that if this can actually happen in Standard, and maybe something like Spires of Erazka is actually an inclusion in the deck to just keep people off of attacking you so you don't die. I'm not sure yet. I am playing right on time. See the Field of Ruin, but I am playing Crucible. So I don't know if I really. Not sure. I can't hit the Baird down again, which I guess is fine. You need the Thief of Sanity off the battlefield. And if our opponent drew the Absorb, I think blue black's pretty good, so ooh, no, we're gonna wait. I do want to thin my deck out here. Gives them an untapped land, but I'm okay with that right now, I think. Double Damping Sphere does a lot of work, so. And we are flooding pretty horribly. I'm running 2 finishers, 1 Lyra and 1 Azor. I believe I might actually try to play 1 Clear the Mind, since the deck does ramp up. When you're just playing Drago, I guess ramp up's a bad word, but when you're playing Drago in a blue-white deck, it seems to get to a lot of lands pretty quickly. So when you Azor casting things, or drawing multiple cards and casting multiple things, it's pretty good. I think we're dead. It's unfortunate. There goes the second Baird. Oh, and the Crucible's in the graveyard too, so. Yeah, I think we're just dead here. I'm not sure if there's a way. Card's so good. Yeah, they got my Azor. So 1 of 2 win conditions gone. What stinks is the I think we have 1 time wipe left. Two settles. Nope, 1 settle. Well, that was why we held that land. So play it out. Never know what's gonna happen. Dovin's gonna die this turn, I'm pretty sure, though. Luckily for us, they can't actually use Azor. Oh. Thought I had 4 untapped. So 10, 12, yep, we're just dead. We'll play another one, see. That one didn't take very long. So I guess give you a base a little bit about this is that I've been thinking about this deck for probably about 2 weeks, and I believe it started when Matt and I were talking about Kasmina when she first got spoiled, and unfortunately it was one of the first cards included in the deck. And unfortunately, it didn't actually make the cut. So, Kasmina's good. I believe she's good as a sideboard card in this deck. So, I think we keep this because we go turn 2 Damping Sphere, turn 3 Crucible of Worlds, and then we can actually continue to hit our land drops after turn 4. So, I think we're going to push I'd like to keep the Azor, but I don't believe it's going to be worth it for us. And that's good, because I'm really hoping this deck preys on mana bases that are super greedy. So I think I want to get the Crucible out here. And I'm very excited to be able to play something like this in paper. I think it's great. They're gonna go for the Crucible. That's fine. Yeah. Debatable whether to do this. I've always played Paper Magic. Played Moto for a very, very short period of time. For about one standard. Just couldn't do a whole lot of it. Arena, I think, is way better. The interface is better, but I don't think anything compares to actual Paper Magic. So that kind of stinks. So I can feel the way a Godless Shrine and then get a Plains and Radical Idea, and then yeah, I think that's what actually I'll just do this. I'm going to do it on my opponent's turn. Just to see what they've got going on. Get the Plains because I need to hit this. Well, that kind of stinks. So I definitely need to hit a land next turn. Definitely need to hit a land next turn. So they're going to make a 1/1. Yeah. And they're going to actually kill the Dovin, which stinks, but nothing we can do about that. It's been interesting to see what people are playing. Just because there's so many different ideas out there right now for standard. Waiting, that's the worst part. Not able to have a conversation with somebody. Don't much care for that. So I think I just want to play the Lyra out here. They have removal for it. That stinks. Looks like they have removal for it. Yeah. So pay 2. I'm not sure what I want to do here. Tuck the Tribunal, or I think I'm gonna +1.
We need to move quickly.
I'll just untap 2 islands so that we can make sure that we have absorb backup. Oh, that stinks. Yeah. Vigilance. Not sure if there's a way out of this without having another. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep a radical idea end of turn. No, without a board wipe, we're just dead. Yep. Just play our lands. There's nothing we can do. Don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It wouldn't have been lethal, so they're probably assuming that we're not gonna draw it. I guess they hadn't seen it this game, so no real reason to play around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And of course the third one. That actually should ascend us. Yep. So end of turn we can draw. Yeah. Make it end of turn. Definitely need a time wipe in the next 2 draws. We're just gonna go ahead and draw now. Ask you shall receive, I guess. So we'll just go ahead and do this. Oh, and look at 1, 2, 3. We have exactly enough for absorb for whatever they play on their turn. Like that. Because that would kill us. Double Damping Sphere making it cost 2 more, so just go ahead and activate this right now. kind of stinks that or I'm playing 26 lands, but the curve is like almost 4. So it's a needing to guarantee it, but didn't think the flood would be this bad. So that okay, actually play the Dovin. The Dovin lives for a turn. And then if we could draw an Absorb, we could play the Teferi. We draw 2. Playing 4. So but actually bounce the Radiant Destiny and counter it on the way back down. The buff is kind of a problem. Yeah, I think would continue to draw. Once we draw something that's good enough for us to play, I guess it's gonna have to be the Azor, because gonna protect the Teferi. Problem is, I believe the opponent's holding cards in their holding removal spells in their hand. So next turn we're gonna -1 the Dovin, and then +1 this Teferi, and then minus this Teferi on the other vampire. Don't believe there's anything else that we could do. If we do this. Okay, so +1, -1. Keep the 1/4 loyalty. Minus, bounce you. Unfortunate that costs 5. I am open to any suggestions this deck anybody might have. It's one of those work in progress, I guess is the best way to put it. It really is. Alright, so minus this Dovin on the Sanctum Sinker, play this Tithe Taker, +1 this guy. It can just kill us with the Sanctum Seeker by attacking over and over and over again, but yeah, now they get double triggers. So please, I guess, your comments, your ideas, your thoughts, everything you got. Alright, so 5 minus on this one. Cast this. Minus here. Plus here.
I am not making this up as I go.
can. I think Gambit Sphere or Teferi better. Did I play land this turn? I don't believe so. So I could. I don't think I want to bounce a Conclave Tribunal though. Yeah, I think we're just gonna pass. Ooh. It's a good thing that we have Dovin. So they'll continue to attack. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw a card. And plus this. I'm actually going to bounce that Sanctum Seeker. There we go. So if I play Tithe Taker, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to make sure that I have enough to draw a card next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would leave me exactly enough to draw a card and play Meandering River. Right? Yep. So play Meandering River. Plus this, not worry about that. Pass the turn. Oh, forgot about Teferi's Untapped too, so pretty good. Forgot we minus the first turn, minus the other Teferi, so yeah, I don't know. 4, 5, 6. Kaya's Wrath, huh? Sure. Yep. You just see a lot of the deck. Yep, push that at the bottom. So it's pretty good. Play that. Probably should have waited, but that's okay. I think I want to bounce Sanctum Seeker. Yep. And not worry about that. I can play Baird here. Tithe Taker. If I do this, I have 1, 2, 3 lands on tap, so I don't want to do that. Just pass. I guess I should be attacking with this guy, the Spirit Token, but that's okay. I'm hoping to be able to goad our opponent into attacking with both Sanctum Seekers. Let's try to get some value out of this Settler Wreckage. I've got 2, so it'll be pretty good. So I want to keep the Teferi around. So I think I want to hold up double settle or settle absorb. So I want to poke. Send a message. I'm not going to kill you with regular damage, but... it's like I can't block and kill anything. I couldn't before, I still can't, doesn't matter. So even if they had just attacked with one Sanctum Seeker, it doesn't matter which one it is. Fire off the Settle the Wreckage. So I need to not die to the trigger. Yeah. Just gonna go ahead and do that. Got no choice. So... yeah, I guess it's a good thing cast that Absorb. They played some. I totally didn't even think about the fact that it doubled up. See? Everybody forgets stuff. And we're going to draw. Man. And there's the Azor. So we're going to do this. Might actually have to kill them with natural damage. But I want to try to keep everything on the battlefield if possible. So I think I've drawn 2 time wipes. Is that correct? Both time wipes. And 1, 2, all 3 settles. So I don't know if there's a reason to actually... Let me just make it harder for the opponent to do anything. There's no reason to actually draw a card here. There is 1 Absorb, I guess. So I guess that is a good enough reason. And there it is. So... play this tapped. Play this Damping Sphere. I don't care if this thing costs 7. Plus that guy. Leave them there. I wish he had a 0 ability like Jace. We're going to decline that. Eight cards left. That is the whole reason for potentially playing Clear the Mind. Really no choice in that matter, I don't think, after this. I'll play this Tithe Taker, because...
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Now... So play a land. Yeah, I don't think there's... I haven't played a land yet. I don't think there's a reason to bounce the Conclave Tribunal. You have to get in as much damage as possible. There is... I did use all 4 absorbs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so amount of absorbs. 7 cards. I am going to just draw a card just for... and our opponent's gonna concede. Yeah. So it took a while. It took 2 games, and I think that game was actually 20 or 25 minutes. But it did its thing. Azorius Taxes. So I hope. And here, let me move this out of the way for you a little bit, so it you can see everything here. But this is it. Like I said, no sideboard yet. Hoping this is basically a flex slot. Hoping I can find a better card to fit there. I'm thinking maybe Dawn of Hope gives a little bit of late game. So, but let me know what you think, and we might possibly be playing this next week at FNM. So stay tuned and check out the videos from Liberty Coins MTG. Thanks.